episode is this again? 4? Or 5? No, it's only 4. Welcome to episode 4.
This fucking seat is so hot.
Sorry, I accidentally had the seat warmers on, so
on full blast.
Jordyn's just like arse is
sitting
burning.
here sweating.
So this is episode 4 and we do have another guest today. We're really excited about this guest because it's actually the first time I've met this person as well. So what an eventful day.
So exciting.
Let's bring the guest in. It's Tay. Tay is here.
The crowd goes wild.
The crowd goes. I realized on our last time we had a guest, we didn't actually introduce Emily.
No, she was just like,
anyone listening would have just been like, who is it?
Yeah.
So it's Tay. It's Jordyn's girlfriend on the podcast. So we're just gonna today do a little intro of Tay, just so I can get to know Tay a little bit better, and our viewers, if you don't already know.
This is the first time you guys have met.
I know, me
That's
too.
pretty crazy.
But it does.
I hang out
I've
with
known
the
you
both
for like nearly a year now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hang out with the both of you
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just feels like probably because we live so far away, but it also does feel like I
You
did.
feel
already
like
know
whenever
you
you
so
end
far
up
away.
hanging out,
Tay.
I have to be back in Brisbane for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason.
For
Your
some
job.
reason. Your career. Your boxing career.
Yeah, if
That
you
whole
didn't know,
thing.
she's a professional fighter.
Tay is a
Crazy.
professional fighter. I don't think I've ever met a professional fighter.
Me flexing.
Wait, can I ask a question that it might sound dumb? So is it true that professional fighters, you have to register your hands as weapons?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, that's a legit question.
That's something I thought. I swear a guy
No, but
told me that once.
where that's coming from is so for instance, if you punch someone like you
Yep.
and they died,
Mm-hmm.
and if I was to punch someone and they died, there's worse consequences for me because I'm
Right.
classified as a weapon.
Oh.
So you're the weapon,
But
not
if
your
Zoe
hands.
does it, no, because it's not a weapon.
No, you still get in trouble, but
Yeah.
it's less.
It's less.
So I have a friend who he
So you're a
hit
weapon.
someone and they hit the curb and they didn't die, but they were like permanently disabled.
Wow.
And he went to prison forever because of his boxing.
Wow.
He had a
Wow.
longer sentence.
True. I mean, it is kind of fair, I guess, because you're
Yeah.
literally professionally trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't register your
You don't register them? You don't actually have to go to the government and go, so this one is this weapon, this is my other weapon.
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay, fair enough. I just,
No.
I don't know where I heard
Chad
that.
and Daz.
All
That's
right.
crazy.
I'm glad I know that now.
Yeah.
It's just what I always thought. I've probably been telling people that. Do you know boxers have to do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's
so
good.
wild.
Yeah.
So, when's your next fight?
So we leave for Canada in a week and a half, and
That's
then
so
my fight will
exciting.
be the 26th of March.
I'm a wag.
Wow. You are a wags.
A whole wag. I
Wife
think I've
and
said this on the
girlfriends of
podcast
sport?
before that I'm a wag.
Yeah.
Yeah, wives and girlfriends of sporting stars.
Sporting stars,
But
that's
it's
right.
only a sport thing, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
like a it's not like a movie.
Lots of rugby players' partners get called up.
Yeah, that's right. I have definitely heard it
I love
before.
it. I never ever thought I'd be a wag, and here I
And now
am.
you are.
And now we're going on our 4th overseas holiday.
Is it really
it's not
a
a
fourth?
holiday, like she's fighting, but it's a
Fourth.
overseas
Is
trip.
it your 4th?
4th. Is it? Or is it 3rd?
It'd be our 4th country together.
Wow.
We've only been
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. Yeah, 3 was
But it's been-
Turkey, the
we've done-
Solomons, and
Oh,
now,
Turkey,
and then
that's
Dubai.
right.
and Dubai as well, and then now
Yeah.
Wow.
Canada.
What
I'm
an-
going to America as well, and then we're going
Canada
to
and
New York.
New York. Yeah.
Mm.
We're doing New York.
What a
I'm
great
doing New York twice this trip.
honeymoon phase. Really?
Yeah, I'm
What,
going to see
before
Kim,
and after?
and then coming
Oh,
back.
sick.
I see her fight, and then
Cool.
we're going back together.
So you're fighting in Canada. That is so
Toronto.
sick.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty keen to get back in the ring, to be honest. It's been a hot minute.
Really? When was the last time you fought?
November last year.
Okay, so like
So.
3 months ago?
Keen to fuck someone up.
Is that only 3 months ago?
Yeah, isn't it? November, December, oh, 4 months ago.
4 months
yeah,
ago,
4
yeah.
months ago. Did you
So
win
normally I
last
only
time?
have like 2. Yeah, I won that one.
Okay, cool.
But I usually only have like 2 months off max.
True.
So this has been a big break.
Wow.
This is going to be a big year.
Have
Yeah.
you seen her fight?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Is it?
It's really scary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess it would
It's-
be.
It's like, even training is scary. Like when they spar, I'm always like, are you okay? I'm like, do you need anything? And our coach is like, shut up.
She's fine, shut up.
Yeah.
I guess that would be scary actually, watching your partner.
It is. I always
punched.
like it hasn't gotten any easier. I think I've gotten more dissociated to it because I've had to just be like, okay, this is her job.
This is a sport. This is a job. Yeah.
She's not in a fight right now. Like, she's not scrapping on the street. Like, I was like, she's training, and I had to like disassociate that.
Yeah,
But
right.
it is really hard. And like, she'll come home and fucking have a black eye, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow. True, I never thought of that.
She's like, you should see the other one. And I'm like, yeah.
Corny bitch.
Because she's a weapon, that's why.
Yeah. She's registered her body as a weapon.
Her whole entire
Unregistered my
body.
hands.
Hands, abs, legs, everything's a weapon.
The whole
It is-
lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot.
That is so exciting.
But it is really cool as well because I've just learnt about a whole new
world.
that I
Yeah,
The dance
boxing
background
takes
and
a lot to learn.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
that aunt from it.
dance
I
and boxing are very different.
Yeah.
Oh, are they? Surprisingly.
Jordan came and did a boxing session the other day. She did one of the boxing classes that I read
Really?
or something. And I was just, she had her tits out basically. She had this really like...
I didn't have my
Classic.
tits out.
Basically. She had like a really small crop top on and she was partnered up with a 15-year-old boy. And the boy was holding pads for her and he had to hold them here.
No,
Jordan
I was holding
them
the pads
here.
for him, and I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
But like, I was holding them in between my boobs, like
Yeah.
just.
And I don't know, he was not paying attention at all.
I didn't even think. I literally didn't even register, and then after the class, I just remember being like, "Wow!" Like,
Also,
actually,
Jordan's
that poor
facial
kid-
expressions while she's punching are so great.
Really?
She was like,
I would love this. She's like trying to be like you. She's like,
I was really trying to do good.
you were doing great, babe.
that's very
Yeah, I
cool.
was doing as good as the other 50-year-olds in the fucking class.
That's funny though.
Box Fit and me are very good together.
Honestly, dating a sports star, you would be kept fit because you spend a lot of time.
I
on the
Yeah.
gym.
force her
Fittest
to
I've
train
ever
with me
been.
all
Yeah.
the time. I'm with her, Jordan, come do this training session
But
with
she
me.
also doesn't make me feel like shit because she's at a lot higher of a level of fitness than I am.
Yeah.
But she doesn't make me feel like shit about it. If she made me
Yes.
feel like shit about it, then I wouldn't go.
Well, that would be a huge red flag.
Because that's what my ex used to do.
make you feel shit about.
Yeah.
Literally
Something
anything
I'd
you were doing.
Yeah.
Anything.
Not just the gym things, it was everything.
Every
but that's
single
just,
thing.
yeah, I would not be able to train with her if she made me feel like shit because it's not nice.
Isn't that growth honestly wonderful? When
Isn't
you
it?
are dating someone like new or your second or third serious relationship and you literally look back and realize all the shit that you're like, how the fuck did I put up with stuff like that
Yeah.
before?
Absolutely.
It is the best realizations. I feel like we talk about these all the time.
I would feel like shit and then still go because I would like feel even worse if I didn't go. And I would just like get left in the gym by myself and then they'd be like, oh, you'll figure it out. Look at the fucking machines. And I'm like, no, but we don't even do that at the gym. Like she
I
just
pretty
like,
much run the session.
she just takes me and she's like,
Personal
do
trainer.
it. And it's good though because she's like, just do this, do that. This is how it's done. And it's like not, I'm working out because it's something that we're just doing together.
Yeah,
it's
something
not
fun.
it's not like a, you need to do this because you're fucking ugly.
Yeah.
And that's how it used to make me feel.
That's fucked.
I know.
That is
That's
a
so
huge
bad.
red flag.
Yeah.
Something small I noticed as a red flag now that I don't now overlook is one time me and Bianca were laying in bed and I was like, oh fuck, I left the light on, I don't want to get up. And she's like, oh, I'll get up and do it. And I was like, really? And she's like,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, she was like, why wouldn't I? And I was like, I don't know. I just had this full-on flashback and realization of like, with exes, I feel like I've always been made to do everything. Like it's always been like, no, you do it. And then I would just do it. So then they just expected me to. And then if I didn't do it, they'd be like, that's so fucking annoying. Can you just do it? But now Bianca just like equally does things that I do for her as well. And I'm like, this is actually insane, even though it's the bare minimum. And now I'm like, this is so much better. Holy shit.
So much easier.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because it's not even like they're not even really doing anything.
No.
They also want the light off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she would also want the light
Yes.
to be turned off. So like she's just doing it.
Yeah. It's not like doing me any big favors or
No.
anything. It's just doing something that we both would want. I know. It's fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
We actually, in our last podcast, when we spoke with Emily, we asked you guys to send us red flags that you would never overlook again. And someone sent us in a really good one, actually. So I've read it. I'm going to read it out.
Okay, I can't wait
you
to hear
guys.
it. I have so many red flags that I would never fucking even. Oh my god, I wouldn't even fucking. These days, I'd be like,
Are you serious? I know, and I feel like you have so many as well that sometimes you'll be telling us a story about Tay, and this is why I feel like I already know you. And I'll be like, Jordyn, I don't want to bring up your ex again because I'm sick of like always bringing them up, but don't you remember when like they used to do this, like the complete opposite, and then you'll always be like, holy fuck, yeah, they did do that to me.
Yeah. It's a really crazy thing.
So
honestly.
different. So this person basically has said that, so they were dating someone who was super obsessive. First red flag is that they were told they always had to have their location on. So me and Bianca do have each other's location on, but if she was like, you have to have it on, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah,
not
100%
trusting.
it's a choice.
Yeah. So we actually always have ours on. She also said, I had to open Snapchat every hour and refresh so she could see where I was. Also Snapchat location. Fuck, that's annoying.
Yeah,
That is
that's
annoying.
super annoying.
It's so fucking annoying.
Every hour?
And imagine if you don't do it, like that fear of like, oh my god, I didn't do it. Like they're gonna be mad at me.
We have each other's locations as well. I only check yours so I don't have to text you and say, where are you?
Yeah.
That's literally what we do.
Yeah.
And like when you're on your way here, because we live like an hour and a
I
and a
never
half.
had locations until I met Jordyn though. It was
Oh,
never
really?
a thing for me, and then
So I'm the crazy one. Alright, makes sense.
and
No, I just
you
think
know
I have
what she does? She makes me turn on red receipts. Like
That's
there's no
fair.
I
choice.
do that to my friends though.
Yeah, anyone that I text regularly, you need it on.
I
Same.
knew you would be in the same boat with that one.
I get so annoyed when someone doesn't have it on. Like recently I noticed that Emily doesn't have hers on anymore, but she used to. I mean, it could be...
She has them on with me, so it must be an individual thing. So
Okay.
she probably doesn't
I need
have
to
it
tell
on for
him,
everyone.
I need to tell him to turn it back on.
I actually think I did tell Emily to
But
turn hers on
why?
and to
Why
share
do
her
you just want it
location with me.
on?
Just for safety. You know what?
Safety,
Honestly,
yeah.
I didn't trust a lot that Emily was doing in her life, so I was like, give me your location so I know.
No,
that you're
red
safe.
receipts.
Because I want to know if you're ignoring me.
I just feel like if I text Jordyn and I'm like, oh, we should do this, and it's unread, I'm like, oh, she hasn't read it, so I won't hassle you to plan it.
Yeah.
But then if it is read, I'm like, okay, she's read it, she knows. And then if you haven't replied, I don't know, I know you're busy, or I'll just call you and be like, hey, did you see my message yet? I don't know.
I don't know
Honestly,
why-
I don't really know.
There's
I
no
don't
reason.
really know.
I don't have a real exact reason, but like anyone
I
that
like to ignore messages, so I don't like having it on.
No, I think honestly I need it on with the people that I text on a regular basis, and I do have a lot of conversation via text with my friends. Taylor's always like,
same.
you are always talking
She
to
literally
someone.
is always having a conversation.
And they're like genuine conversations
Yeah.
too. I'm just like going back and forth in like actual
I have friends
conversation.
like that too, that I'm just non-stop
Yeah,
texting.
me and Alicia Friendo would probably text all day, every day.
Yeah,
Like
that's-
without even a
Me and my
second
friend
guess.
Ashley were saying to each other the other day that we feel like we've had a text thread going since we were 11 and it's never stopped. Like, it's not like we don't text for days. It's literally like, okay, good night, good morning, what are you doing today? Every single day.
I love that. That's literally me and Leisha and me and Kim. I love it.
I've never texted anyone consecutively.
You
I
don't
even
text me.
you.
It's so annoying. She'll just love my message, and I'm like, text me back.
This
you fuck.
episode's all of just Tay being like, wait a minute, these are all these red flags. All right, so the other things that were sent in was, she said, she would question me if I was active online but not replying to texts.
I don't reckon that's accurate, so I disagree with that.
What?
I don't think, like, you could have your phone, like, locked, but if the app is still open on your phone, it'll say you're online. But you could be
True.
not on your phone. So I just don't think it's accurate.
I have that turned off.
I
have that
always
part
go
turned
out
off.
of
That's
my...
smart.
Oh, how do you turn it off?
Can't remember how I did it, but on Facebook and Instagram I have the active thing turned off because if I'm scrolling at night,
You don't want
In
everyone
bed.
to know you still.
yeah, I don't want someone to message me and start telling me about something and I'm like, I'm just in my zone.
I didn't
scrolling.
actually
Yeah,
know
you
that you
just-
could do that.
Yeah, you can. I'll figure out how and I'll let you know.
I need to do that. But it's not accurate because I always close down my app so people would know if I was still online. But she keeps all her apps open.
Yeah, so does Bianca. It
It's
drives
so
me nuts.
annoying.
I go on her phone and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm a
same.
minimalistic
There's like
person. I don't do a lot.
60 apps. I'm minimalistic.
I don't do a lot.
Another red flag this girl said she would never overlook is that she said when she would finish work, she would get back to her phone and have 60 to 30 notifications.
Nah, fuck that. That's too much.
That's
What?
stressful.
What, from the partner?
Text messages, yeah. Of like, why aren't you texting back? Where are you? When they're at work.
Chill out.
That to
That
me is a red
is-
You're
flag.
doing too
Fucked.
much.
That's a huge red
What
flag.
are they feeling guilty about? What are they doing that they're trying to put onto you?
Very true.
I've done that before when I was guilty.
Normally
You've
guilty.
been guilty for lots of things.
Shut the fuck up.
This is so
I've
good.
had a past.
I've had a parsley.
And you know about it, so
I know, that's why I said it.
yeah. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, so she basically just said because I had all these notifications and my thing would say that I'm active, she would accuse me of talking to other people and ignoring her. Like, that is really fucking stressful.
Oh, is this 2 girls?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
2
a
girls.
girl.
Yeah.
I just thought this toxic behavior must be a man.
That makes, you know what, that makes so sense because so much sense because I feel like in lesbian culture, you're either in this real chill fucking, both of you are just on the same page, or it's the opposite.
Toxic. So
one
true.
one of them is in charge and they are the toxic one. But it doesn't always look like that. But I feel like there's one way or the other with lesbian relationships. You're either really happy and really healthy or you're fucking not.
Yeah. Honestly, I honestly can't.
And it's probably the same in a straight relationship, but I feel like in a heterosexual relationship, it's very more just like plateauing. You can just plateau. But with 2 women, it's the extreme or the opposite.
And
There's
some people
too
think
much
it's normal.
emotions involved.
Yeah. Some people just think that that's normal. Like, they just will go along and be like, oh yeah, you know, this is just how we argue or whatever. And I'm like, that is not healthy. Like,
no,
that's not okay. Another thing she said as well, that when she wouldn't reply, she would just rock up to her parents' house where she lived. Like,
that's only happened to me once, and it was the worst thing that ever happened ever. Like, still to this day, someone rocking up.
Were you actually doing the wrong thing?
No, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's...
Shut up.
Hey, I just had to know. Just had to find out.
No, I'm an angel.
So what, someone just rocked up to where you were?
Okay,
or?
so I lived in the valley, and I lived by myself, and her and I were like chit-chatting, and I just started getting really weird vibes from her. Like 3 days prior, I'd stayed at her house and left at like 1 o'clock in the morning when she'd fallen asleep because I was like, oh, this is weird. I don't want to be here. Like, I just wanted to leave. And so I left when she was sleeping. Nowadays, I'd be like, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
But I waited until she was asleep because I'm a fucking baby. And
You're terrible.
So I'd already had that weird experience, but then this time I just stopped texting her back. I was just like, you're fucking blowing my phone up, like you're being crazy, like literally leave me alone, like this is weird. And so she drove all the way she lived on the Gold Coast before I moved to the Gold Coast. She drove all the way from there to the valley, told the receptionist that she was my sister and that she was worried about me and that I wasn't texting her back. And so she came up to my level because you know how in apartments you have to have a buzzer?
Yeah.
So the receptionist let her up to my level and she knocked at my door and I looked in the little peephole and I was like, what the fuck? And I opened the door and I was like, what are you doing here? And she like walked straight in and was like, well, you weren't texting me back. And I was like,
that's like psychotic.
oh, that's fucked. And then we had sex, but that was because I wanted her to leave.
Oh my god.
But it wasn't, and then it was later in the night, but I just wanted it to be done. I was like, let's just have breakup sex, and we've literally been talking for like a minute.
Yeah, that is a red flag.
It was so full on so
much.
quickly, and I was like, what do I do?
Some people are just like that, hey, from the get-go. Just super obsessive and just absolutely nuts.
I've never been like that. I would never want anyone to be like, yeah, she's obsessed with me in like a bad way.
Yeah, I've never been super obsessed.
I've been obsessed with people in healthy ways, in my opinion.
What are some other red
Shut
flags?
up! What are you laughing about back there?
It's just funny when people say, in my opinion. It's like, I wonder what everyone else's opinion was. Like, were you obsessive?
Yeah, true.
I feel like healthy obsessive. I'm obsessed with my friends.
So, what are some other red flags that either of you have that you wouldn't overlook now that you've had from the past?
I wouldn't look past. This is a tough one. I'm trying to word it. You go first.
So I think what she's trying to do, because we already spoke about this previously to make sure that no one was going to say anything bad. She's not trying to kink shame.
I mean, well, I am, if that's what you're into.
Well, why don't we just give it a trigger warning and viewers and listeners can take it however
I feel like if my partner was into role play of rape, that's a red flag.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that honestly is fair. If you've gone through a bad experience of that, then yeah.
From then, like as the relationship progressed, I just found that obviously was a lot of issues and stemmed a lot of things that meant she wasn't really ready for a relationship.
Yeah, right. So totally fair.
I wouldn't overlook going to the gym until 2 a.m. I wouldn't overlook that. It's not a long session. You started at 6 p.m.
And then you just didn't come home till 2 a.m.
Yeah, big sesh.
Isn't it weird when you're in that situation? You're like, why didn't I like hassle them and be like,
where the fuck are you?
Yeah. Like, it's 2 a.m. What are you doing?
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, that's a huge red flag.
Huge red flag. Yeah.
Are you a jealous person, Zoe?
No, I am literally the exact opposite
I don't think
of a
so
jealous
at all.
person.
Me too.
Like, I'm the kind of
Fucking
person
liar.
that...
You had dreams the last 2 nights about me cheating
I
on
had
you.
a dream that she cheated twice in a row.
Shit.
But I didn't, I was never mad at her. I did wake up and be like,
She sent me a text at 4 a.m. the other night, and she texted me. I didn't see it until the morning, and the whole text goes, I'm so mad at you right now.
Yeah, because I woke up and it still felt real, and I'm like, this is really irrational, but I still feel this way because I feel like I just lived it.
Yeah. I mean, if I had that dream, I probably would wake up and be mad. And if that did happen in my
No,
life,
she cheated on me. Actually, I'm not even going to go into details. I don't want that.
It's too much.
Too much, yeah.
Moral of the story,
Basically,
I
she had
didn't
no
cheat on her.
remorse for it.
So it was a nightmare.
Yeah, I texted her saying we're done after I found out, and she ignored the message. Like, that's the worst.
That's
That
some
would be
piece
the
of
worst.
shit.
That's how little they cared about you.
That's
Yeah.
some Geordie shit.
That'd be bad.
That's what I used to do.
Luckily, that didn't happen. That was just a
no,
nightmare.
that's not real.
I'm definitely not a jealous person at all. Like, I'm the kind of person that's like, you have to trust someone and be
absolutely.
secure until if something happens.
And to be honest,
Absolutely.
my strong opinion on it is everyone is their own free person. You're just, because you're in a relationship, you don't become the same person.
No.
You are in a relationship as two independent people.
Yes.
But you're just enjoying life together. But a lot of people get that misconstrued and think that there's an ownership factor there. Like, this person is now mine.
So
and I
true.
feel like they can mingle, they can talk to who they want, they can express themselves exactly how they want to be. And if they cross the line by sleeping or kissing with someone, which is the line you have in your relationship, then that's something that you have to decide if you can continue to move on from.
So true. I know. I'm honestly.
I'll
exactly
never
the
become
same.
one person with somebody ever again.
You gotta stay independent.
That is definitely a red flag as well. Like, the people who, when you're
Can't
dating
do-
someone who, like, they get mad if you're like being like kind of flirtatious with someone in a public setting. Like, whereas if you're just being fun, like, I feel like when we're out, like, just as an example, like Kato, our friend, right? All of us who are close with her would be affectionate with her. Same as Emily.
We all kiss
we,
and shit.
Yeah, but we all know that it's not a crossed line.
Yeah.
And I would never, watch Bianca be like with someone and then be like, what the fuck, why were you being like that with them? Like, it's until they cross a line, you can't hate on someone for just being themselves.
Just being themselves, having fun. You can be affectionate with other people. Like people are.
I kiss all my friends. All
Mm.
my friends. Tay even said the other day.
If someone's got the intention of wanting to be with someone, it's a whole
100%.
new story.
Yeah.
But if you're just that kind of person, I don't think you should dim yourself because you're with someone else.
There's all the Polaroids. We have a whole Polaroid like wall on our fridge, and there's like 10 pictures of me kissing other people and not a single one of me kissing Tay. At least that means that if we ever break up, I don't have to get rid of it.
Wow, that's shady.
Oh, it's not. We're not breaking up, don't worry.
I'm trying to think of other red flags that I wouldn't overlook. I feel like there's so many.
I've
and
got
I
a
can't-
few. Never being the plus one. If someone else is always the plus one and not you, red flag.
What do you mean? Like, if they are invited
Well,
somewhere?
I mean, in my personal experience, it was always their best friend that was the plus one, and never
Like,
me.
if they got invited to an event.
to events, yeah, I was never the plus one.
That would be really
It
annoying.
was really weird. That was weird to me.
Right.
Like, not all the time, because like I would love to do things with my friends, and there's like certain people that I would rather do certain things with than my partner. Like, if I was going to a fucking Kalani concert, I would go with Emily.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you
if
mean.
I was going to a Nicki Minaj concert, I would go with fucking Emily.
Yeah.
Like, but if I'm going to just a normal event, I would obviously go with Tay. Like, it's just depends on the person. But like, I was never, ever
the plus
one. I was never invited.
Yeah, because the person you're dating is also like your best friend.
Meant to be.
Yeah.
That's what I thought anyway.
That's what I thought.
I thought wrong.
Oh, I just thought of one. When you're having an argument and you like get upset or get angry and then that person like laughs at you
Oh my god.
because you're upset and they're like, ooh, like you look so ugly when you cry,
Oh,
or
that's
like
bad.
what's like, why are you getting upset, like why are you getting mad now? And it's like, because you've brought me to this point of fucking exhaustion emotionally.
Yeah. Oh, but also red flag if when you would if you were in an argument and you would cry and they get annoyed at you about always crying.
Yes. Yeah.
To the point that I literally couldn't cry for a really long time. Like, because I was so told off about crying and showing emotion that if I was ever in a situation again, I just could not cry. Because I was like, I'm not going to cry.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That is so fucked.
And now I'm like, nah, all the time.
Crying all the time.
You for real. I don't cry that often.
Yeah, you do.
I'm an emotional girl.
Yeah, like little things, really little things.
Don't
sorry,
fucking out
sorry,
me.
like could be big things for you, babe.
Like what little things? When was the last time I cried?
You could stub your toe.
Yeah, that's cry-worthy.
Actually, that's like Bianca as well.
That's
She does.
the worst.
She does cry.
I don't cry
She
in
gets
like
hurt.
arguments until the end.
I don't cry if I get hurt. Like if I like, you know, hit my arm on something, I'm just like, fuck, that's so annoying. Like I wouldn't cry over that kind of pain. But yeah, Bianca definitely does
Physical
that.
pain is like,
Jordyn
I can't.
almost cried getting that tattoo.
Really?
Yeah, my cute new tattoo. Look,
Look how small it is.
if you're watching this,
She's showing you her tits, so
it's so cute. I love it. It was meant to be red, and he got like halfway through, and then her best friend walks over and goes, "Wasn't this meant to be red?"
Yeah.
And I stopped and I looked at the tattooist, and the tattooist looked at me, and I looked at the tattoo, and I was like, "No, it's black. Black's
Can't be
fine."
bothered.
you should have said no, it was, so I want another free one.
Well,
That's
we
red.
got it for free already.
Oh, that's good.
So
Shout out to Colin.
Shout out.
I should have
Colin.
got him to do my thing behind my ear while we were there.
Actually,
I didn't even think about it. I'll have to go back.
You can't handle tattoo pain though.
No, I can't. I literally, it's really shit because I have so many tattoos. Like, I do have a lot of tattoos for someone who sits here and says that tattoo pain is quite literally the worst thing in the world. And like, I have a lot of friends that have a lot of tattoos and they just sit through it and they just chill with the pain, and they're just like, it is what it is because I'm getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
I shut down.
Really?
Like, I cannot
Is this
speak.
podcast? Sorry.
It's alright.
Is it like any rated? Like we can just go free.
Yeah, babe.
Yes, you can
all,
say
okay.
whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's X-rated.
We need to tell our guests this because remember when Emily was on it, she's
There's
like, "Wait, am I
no
allowed to
rundown
swear?"
before we become.
Yeah,
a
Emily
guest.
was like, can I swear?
Yeah, no, there's no rundown when you become a guest on the show. It's just like, get in the fucking car and talk about your deepest shit.
Can I ask you both a question then?
Yes.
Of course you can. Thanks for
to
interrupting my
spice-
fucking story. You fucking dog.
It's alright, babe. Anyway.
It's alright, babe.
You'll be right. You'll be right.
I'm gonna get saucy.
Oh.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna switch it up and get
Yeah,
saucy.
let's switch it
You're
up.
asking us the questions.
Yeah. Jordyn, I'll ask you first because I feel like I may know the answer because then it can give Zoe a chance to think about it. What's your favourite way to orgasm?
Wow.
Oh.